Hello and welcome back to the Cozy Club, my friends. My name is Cozy Gamer and it is a beautiful day for some DSA, and it's especially beautiful because the developers and Meathead decided to drop a bomb of content on us yesterday, guys. We've got Cobra Bubbles, Captain Gantu, and Stitch coming to DSA. I just mentioned that the Big Hero 6 guys are coming and that they didn't get Stitch out, and then lo and behold, we've got Stitch coming, and I could not be more excited, guys. And also, we got the first release of the Dev Notes DSA Insider, and it's going to be talking about the future of DSA and what they want to see come to the game. They've heard us loud and clear, guys, so stick around for the rest of the video and we'll cover all of that. All right, guys, so again, we've got 3 new characters coming to DSA, and we know how to get all 3 of them. We're going to be getting Stitch from the event Stitch Tower that's going to come out on July 17th, and we're going to get Cobra Bubbles through the Grand Arena, and we're going to get Captain Gantu through the Villains campaign. So Captain Gantu is obviously going to be the harder one to unlock, guys. But again, I couldn't be more excited to get my hands on more Oceanic characters. If you guys watched the video yesterday, I just talked about getting more Oceanic characters, how the game needs more. It's lacking heavy, and it looks like all these guys are going to be bringing in a lot of synergy for the Oceanic realm. So as always, I'll be streaming these characters live on my stream today on Twitch. If you want to see in the description below, I've got my channel and everything you need to find it. We'll be streaming at 5:30 PST, that's California time. If you guys want to join in and see the new animations, how Captain Gantu and Bubbles does against the meta. We're not going to get Stitch until Friday through the event tower, but rest assured, we'll be streaming on Friday too and on Sunday, so we'll get a lot of playtesting. So let's go ahead and take a look at these amazing characters coming out. They look incredible, and they look like they're going to counter Frozen pretty quickly. They kind of look like they're designed to counter Frozen. So at the time of filming this video, the kits have not been fully released, but we do have a little bit of a teaser on what these characters are going to be able to do. All right, so when I was filming, they decided to drop everything in game, and now I'm actually able to get a better look, guys. Remember, we're going to be going through a complete in-depth guide on Cobra Bubbles, Captain Gantu, and Stitch on Friday, but it looks like they're strong, guys. Stitch is looking to be one of the fastest characters in the game with 120 speed, and Gantu and Bubbles have some great stats and amazing abilities. Gantu looks like a force to be reckoned with if you don't touch him enough or get enough damage going to him. And Bubbles has a lot of unique things. He's not going to be able to completely get rid of debuffs and helpful effects like I did think just a second ago, even though I'm filming this now just seconds after that. First, looking at Stitch, again, he'll be in his own event tower, which I like what they're doing here. Essentially, you're going to be going through the event tower and getting Stitch Tower currency coins for a brand new exchange store, which I imagine is where you're going to get shards or other things like that. Also, they've heard us loud and clear. We want more achievements to do stuff as a club together. So in this new game mode, it looks like you're going to get kind of milestone tokens or milestone achievements for your club getting to certain levels in the tower. We're just going to have to see, but it's a nice touch to a new game mode. So looking at Stitch's preview, he is the premier damage dealer for the Oceanic category, guys, and they've never used this word before, so I imagine he's going to be laying out some crazy damage. And it doesn't matter if he's silenced or if he ran out of his abilities. It looks like the more he uses his basic attack, the stronger he gets, so he really doesn't care what's on him. He's going to go full experiment 626 mode on the enemy. Also, a nice touch is the passive is going to be countering charges, so whenever Dash gets a charge, he's going to be counterattacking and keeping them in check. And then last thing they tease is he's going to be resilient against multi-hit attacks. So what does that scream? Most likely Dash is not going to be a problem for Stitch, guys. And I don't know if you guys are with me, but I'm excited about an Oceanic meta. Whether it was going to be Moana characters or Stitch, I can't wait to keep on using these. We don't know the exact tags as of this video, but I assume most of them will be Oceanic. By the way, Cozy Club, Stitch's damage, and we didn't get the Elvis skin that we were all hoping for. It is going to be the Hula Stitch, but that's okay. Hula Stitch looks cute as all hell. And, you know, I did want Elvis Stitch myself, and I feel like it was a little bit of a missed opportunity. But that's okay, guys. You know, it'd probably be a lot of art detail to go through, so I am okay with the Hula Stitch, guys. It looks like Stitch is going to have a lot of Oceanic synergy, and more arms that he grows is the more basic damage he does. His damage looks absolutely insane now that we're getting a better look at it, and his passive is going to be stacking with the speed that's already so fast with 120 base speed at T7. All right, now moving on to Cobra Bubbles. He's going to be a tactical unit that controls the battlefield. So think a little bit like Dr. Facilier. We'll be able to get him from the Grand Campaign, so he won't be the hardest thing to farm, but Gantu does look a little bit harder. He also introduces a new debuff called Intimidate. Now, let me read this off. Intimidate, the character cannot assist, counter, or gain bonus speed. So off the top of my head, let's take my beloved Toy Story villains. If you go and put that on Zurg Intimidate, he's not, it doesn't matter how much you hit Lotso, he's not going to gain speed turn meter. So that just shuts down the Toy Story villains. Or better yet, if you put that on someone like Elsa, Anna's not going to be able to feed her that bonus turn meter. So that's going to be a very tactical and great debuff. Probably one of the best debuffs in the game, in fact, because assist and gaining speed meter is so important for other characters and the roles that they play in. So I'm interested to see if other characters get this, but this automatically makes, you know, Cobra Bubbles look like an Olaf built on steroids. And then the last thing is he's going to passively grant tactics to teammates, which is going to be crazy when we look at Gantu's kit. You can already see the synergy that they're going to have, and he assists whenever people with tactics attack. So you're going to be seeing a lot of attacks through this Oceanic team. Off the top of my head, I think I'm going to want to pair these guys with Ariel or Davy Jones. Ariel, because you're going to see here in a second, a lot of slow is going to be put on the enemy team, and Ariel does great things when slow is on the battlefield. And Davy Jones might finally have a team where he fits. He's got great speed and some good abilities, but he hasn't really found that unit or that family that he fits with. But what other family would be perfect for Mr. Davy than the Oceanic crew? All right, and a welcome surprise is Captain Gantu. And guys, I'm excited about Captain Gantu. I'm hoping that he's a huge character. I'm gonna have some footage up when you guys do view this, but essentially the longer Captain Gantu is left unchecked, the more damage he's gonna do to the enemy squad. So essentially you can't leave him alone too much. So if you're just focusing on Stitch or Cobra Bubbles because you don't want to have the tactics go out, Captain Gantu is gonna get stronger and stronger. And also, as I spoke to earlier, he's going to be putting slow on all of the enemy, which is going to go nicely with Ariel's kit. And then he's going to be granting tactics to all allies. So Captain Gantu looks like he has a very, very strong kit to begin with. Keep in mind, he'll be working best with Oceanic teammates because tactics is only going to go out to that certain realm. But whenever any character attacks, he's going to have the chance to counter attack or assist pretty much. Captain Gantu looks solid. So guys, these are all the characters that are coming up. Put in the comments below, are you excited to see Stitch? Which one of these guys look the most powerful or have the best potential to be the highest up on the tier list? But just to put it quick, their stats look great overall and their abilities look really strong. Bubbles looks like he has some great multipliers and things going on and gets helpful and harmful effects. And Gantu's got some massive health, and I'm excited to see how his abilities work. And yes, Cozy Club, you can be assured that we're going to be going over their stats, their abilities, and everything in between on our in-depth guide coming out this Friday. But in the meantime, catch me on Twitch if you want to see me using these guys. But I just wanted to say they look good, their stats look good, and their abilities look very solid, guys. Now let's move on to the future of DSA in the first DSA Insider. All right, Cozy Club, so the future of DSA has landed in the form of the DSA Insider Part 1. So first of all, the good news about this is it looks like this is something they want to do on a somewhat regular basis. To hear that the community has been heard, guys, and it's going to start with Club Conquest Updates, guys. So I do want to say they did put a fair warning that just because something is mentioned in here doesn't mean it's necessarily going to come to the game. I get why they did put this. This is to protect them, so if something did need to get scratched, right, they don't have to follow through with it and then everybody gets mad at them with their pitchforks, right? So for the most part, we can expect these things to probably maybe come, and it looks like this is the direction they want the game to head towards. So let's first start with the Club Conquest improvements. And now to me, this does look like something that's for sure going to be coming because it's super detailed and they did layer out exactly what they're going to change. Now, the first thing they mention is that health is going to be persistent on what you do to the enemy team. So essentially what that means is if you go in against a Frozen team with your Kingdom team and you don't take them out, and usually when you used to lose, it just wipes the battle and the next clubmate has to go in and try to fight the new team. Now, if your Shan Yu's able to take out, let's say, Sven, and Sven dies, but then they wipe out the rest of your team, your next clubmate can go in there with a spin that's already dead and start from there. So one really good thing about this is that essentially now there's not going to be one strong team that can just shut off and defend an entire tower. Now that's not as much of a problem for the higher tier guilds, but I do know in the lower tier guilds, they have strong members that just pop a really efficient, strong team that none of the other clubs can get through. So that's going to stop this, and now you can start chipping away at that health. It's a nice change. Now, Cozy Club, I personally could not be more excited for this next thing on the list. And that's club conquest rewards are going to be tiered depending on how powerful your club is. And guys, this was so needed. If you guys watch the DSA Fast Pass, this is one of the things that I've brought up, right? We need this reward or this game mode to have more rewards for us as a player base. And currently, a few Davy Jones shards and some Gamma and Beta runes is not cutting it for the higher end guilds that invest a lot of time, money, and everything else into this game. And so I'm excited to see what that looks like. Hopefully they don't downsize the rewards what they are already. Hopefully they just build upon that, guys. Let me know what you would think would be a fair reward down in the comments below, but I could not be more pumped about this announcement. All right, now something that club leaders should be super excited about is it's going to be saving your defense between conquests. This is going to be a huge time saver, and I'm sure every single club leader is breathing a big full breath right now of relief that they don't have to keep on assigning your defense. Now there is something to this. They did remove auto registration, which I get is going to frustrate a lot of people because some people forget to register and then you can't, participate in club conquest. However, as club leaders, now you'll know if they're registered, they're going to be there for attack. Yes, you'll lose out on their defense teams to be setting those, but you'll be able to use them for attack and you know that they're there. So whether you're in Discord or you chat through the in-game chat, which if you're not on Discord, it's pretty tough to communicate in club conquest. And hopefully this now makes more motivation for everyone out there to try harder in this new game mode that hopefully we get an update to soon. And the last improvement they put on there is mutators for specific teams on specific towers, guys. And this is going to be something that's very interesting. And what they mean by this essentially is, let's say on this certain tower, if there's going to be Oceanic characters, they all get 20% extra health if they're all Oceanic. Or let's say if you use mythic characters on this tower, they all have a chance to assist when using basic attacks. They could really go anywhere with this. I've seen this in other games just like this, and it's a beautiful thing to create theory crafting and creativity and to make every single club conquest unique and fun for the players and for the leaders. So they also mentioned new event types, which we already know about that. That's going to be the new event tower, which is nice that they have some new content coming. And guys, they've heard us loud and clear, and it looks like potentially we're getting some new PvE game modes, and this is absolute groundbreaking huge for this game. I know everybody I've talked to wants to see a raid within DSA. We've talked about it here on the channel. Or if they had something like a team club dungeon that everyone went against certain waves of PvE enemies. Guys, we need more involvement in these clubs, and this post could not have come at a better time. I cannot tell you enough how much raids are going to add to this game in general. And for those of you that don't know what raids are, essentially everyone in your club is going to be attacking one giant monster, or they can go a different route and do these separate battles. But let's say it's one giant Ursula that everyone's got to fight, and yes, she's gonna wipe through your team. But as a club, you strategically put together teams that can take her down, and then by the end of the club or the raid, you're gonna be seeing rewards come to you like hero shards, whether they're Ursula shards or gear or different things like that. We do need more efficient ways to get gear in this game, so hopefully if they bring more PvE modes, it means less of a gear crunch overall. And guys, what are some other PvE content that you guys would like to see in DSA? And then the last two notes on the video is that they're gonna have visual improvements, which, I was actually shocked when I read this. Visual improvements in this game, I don't know if it's needed, but I'm here for it. I think the game already looks really good on paper, and when you compare it to other mobile games, it looks fresh. The art is beautiful. Art Amazon, special shout out to the dev who does a lot of the 2D art in this game. She does an incredible job at what she does, and the art is refreshing, and it hasn't grown stale to me. But they're gonna be bringing new backgrounds and effects and things like that, so guys, we can expect that to come. And we've also finally got the Toy Story 4 event coming back. No, that's not gonna be the villains, but it's gonna be Bo Peep and the whole gang of spells coming back for an event, guys. If you haven't heard me on my other videos, make sure you try to grab the Claw spell or the Bucket of Soldiers. Those are two spells that have not been touched, and they still are very important within DSA. They keep climbing up the tier list because they're not being nerfed and the other ones are, so they kind of are getting a buff by just not getting nerfed in this game. And a special shout out for those of you who had the Toy Story villains. I would grab Bo Peep, as she's going to be great to use with the other Toy Story villains. And with Wild Imagination pairing better with him, that's also a good spell to look into to add more fear to your team and get more bang for your buck. Oh, and we forgot one more thing. We've got a new pass holder, and it is going to be the Stitch pass holder event. Here's a graphic of everything that's going to be coming on the pass holder event, guys. I'm excited. I'm going to grab the pass holder for this specific one, mainly because of that golden Lilo talisman. You got to get your hands on that. Cozy Club, this is probably the best way to get your hands on some of these new characters quicker, and you get some good talismans. So if you're a big Lilo and Stitch fan, you can see exactly what you get here in the pass holder event. I personally am going to get it myself, and I am excited to be using a full Oceanic squad on stream coming up today, Friday and Sunday, guys. Cozy Club, thank you so much for coming and stopping by today. We've got so much news that dropped, and hopefully you guys are excited. Leave a like on the video and comment below if you're excited about Stitch, Bubbles, and Gantu coming to the game, guys. Again, if you want to see me test them, you can check me out on Twitch later today, Friday or Sunday. I'll be streaming all those days. And also, we've got a new video breaking down the kits, the in-depth guide to the complete Stitch and Oceanic crew that's coming. I'll probably get that out either Friday or first thing on Monday, guys. We definitely have some new exciting videos coming to you. We have a tier list coming to you next week, and some of the other suggested videos that I've been seeing in my Discord and also in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for making this the best community in DSA. And until next time, stay cozy, my friends.